Hey guys, let's start our warm up. We're going to do some leg swings. So you're going to stand, have your hands against either a wall or like I have a treadmill over here, and just let your legs swing side to side. This all helps open up the hips and gets a nice active stretch in your thighs. Keep your abs tight and try to control the swing a little bit. Next, we have kneeling arm stretches. So have your hands and knees on the floor, hands directly underneath your shoulders. Brace those abs and then reach one arm up and bring it underneath the other arm. Try to bring your shoulder towards the floor. When you reach your arm up, we're opening up the chest, getting a nice stretch. And then when you reach down, you're stretching the back out. So your shoulder blades and all of that. Keep those abs braced the entire time. Hips stay over your knees. Finishing up our warm-up, we have dead bugs. So you're gonna lay on your back, lift your legs up to a 90-degree angle, arms straight up to the ceiling, and drop your opposite arm and opposite leg down. Keep your abs active by pulling your rib cage and belly button towards the floor and making sure your back does not arch off of the floor. This way, you'll work your abs even better and make them stronger. Now for our first Tabata circuit, we're going to start off with a low squat jack. So you're going to get in a low squat hold and then jump your feet apart and together. Stay in that low squat, keep those hips back. And now if you need a modified version, you can always stay low in a squat and just step out to the side to side. So we're still working our legs, but we don't have that high intense jumping movement there, so it's a little bit better on your knees. Next up, we have bear hold push-ups. So you're gonna get a bear hold position, hands underneath your shoulders, knees elevated off the floor and underneath your hips. And keeping those knees elevated off the floor, lower your chest down in between your hands. This is a lot more difficult than it looks. And if that's a little bit tough for you, place your knees on the floor and we're going to do a Pilates push-up. So still keeping your hips up and lowering your chest towards the floor. Keep those abs active and rib cage pulled in tight. Next, we have abs, seated ab leg liftovers. So have your hands behind your back, legs straight out, and place an object. I have a dumbbell. You could also use your water bottle. And you're going to lift your legs up and over, touch side to side. Abs in nice and tight. Try to stay balanced as best as you can. Now starting our second Tabata circuit, we have scissor lunge jumps. So get into a lunge position and you're going to jump up and just switch your feet at the top but land in the same position that you started in. Now if jumping is too extreme for you, you could just go into a reverse step back lunge. So just keep switching and kind of do a quick reverse step with it. It'll still get your legs. Next, we have pike push-ups. So you're going to have your hands to the floor, feet flat, hips are up into the air, and then try to lower your head between your hands. Slightly turn your fingers towards each other on the floor. This will be a better wrist position for you, but do your best that you can. Keep those abs pulled in tight and carefully lower it down and breathe out, press it up. Rounding out circuit 2, we have body saws. So get into a plank position, elbows underneath your shoulders, legs straight back, tuck your pelvis under, and you're gonna rock forward and back. Try to keep your body in that straight plane, bracing that core, rib cage is pulled in and up. And then if you are unable to rock forward and back, you can just try holding a plank, either regular or modified with knees on the floor. Now for our last Tabata circuit, we're going to start off with donkey kicks. So get into a top of a push-up position. You're going to bend your knees, bring your butt back, and then spring those feet up. Try to kick your butt. Keep those abs nice and tight to stay stable. And just spring up, kick your butt, spring up with lots of power. Now, if that's a little bit too much for you, you can do a modified version, which involves keeping your knees on the floor, lean back, and then lift your knees off, kick your butt with 1 foot at a time. Alternate in each one, and still keep those rib cage pulled in and up, abs in nice and tight. Second, we have tricep push-ups. You're going to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, fingers pointed straight. Elbows are going to be tucked in at your side, legs are straight back. And just lower your body as low as you can, keeping your elbows tucked right in at your sides. And squeeze those arms straight. This kind of amplifies the feeling more in the back of your arms. And then if you cannot do the regular push-up, you can drop your knees to the floor and then try it that way, but still keeping that pelvis tucked under and elbows hugged in nice and tight to the sides of your body. Now we're going to finish out circuit 3 with twisting reverse crunches. So laying on your back, legs are straight up, and you're going to lift those hips and twist them up in the air. Use that core to help control and make sure that you're rolling off your spine 1 vertebrae at a time and on the way down 2, so that you don't hit your back too hard onto the floor. A modified version was keep your knees bent, and then you can just bring your knees up, twisting side to side, and that might be a little bit easier to control. Bye, enjoy the workout.